Hey guys, Allie here tonight. I wanted to talk about, let's say we have a situation, and I'm just going to use a really easy example here. There's a situation and we want it to change. We want to experience something different. We have a vision of that, what we want to experience that's different. So let's just say it's a job. Say you're in some work right now and it's not something that you truly love and or even enjoy that much anymore, but you're still in it, and maybe you find yourself at this point it's not something that you can let go of, and that's okay. But you have an idea of what you would like to do and what you would like to experience in terms of work. So you have that vision. That's always very important, guys, to have some sort of idea of what you'd like to create, because that really helps to bring into the imagination the feelings and the thoughts and the ways of being associated with that vision. And so you're in like I said, you're in your job and you're wanting to get out of it, and let's say like you don't enjoy it anymore, and it's something that you really don't even want to do that much anymore. So what happens is people will have this come up, and they want to leave, and they want to create this other position, or they want to have something come out from an opportunity from somewhere that gives them another position, a position that they would enjoy more, maybe they feel more aligned with passionately, and they're more interested in. And so we have all that going on, and then we're still working in this current job. And what a lot of people do, and I've done the same thing, is I'll be in a job, and if I find that I'm no longer really have a desire to be doing it that much more, I'm getting a little restless and things like that. I notice that because I always take that as a sign from spirit. The restlessness, if it's coming from within, not just, an ego superficial restlessness, because a lot of us can have that from day to day, but a true desire to experience a change. That's what I'm talking about. And a true desire to have something else that we're envisioning and we want to do instead. Now, that's a true, another calling that we're feeling drawn to do. But we continue as we work at this current job, at this current employment, we continue to pick at the things that we don't like. Maybe it's monotonous. Maybe it's just, like I said, you're just bored of it. Maybe it's, it could be anything, guys, but it's just, you don't enjoy it, and you find yourself picking away at all the things that you don't enjoy. And that only keeps this current job in your reality. I think people think a lot of times that if they are content where they are, or they make the best of the situation, then that situation is not going to go away. It's going to stay. But it's actually the opposite. When you have a vision and you have set that intent, and you're still in your current job as things unfold to manifest this vision, and you find contentment and you do the best you can at this current place, that only allows this current job to fall away. It will fall away very naturally and easily, and you will be moved and guided into a position that is more aligned with what you want to do, because that's what you're identified with. When you're picking at things, and when you're complaining, and when you're bitching about things, and they might be valid complaints and stuff, guys. I'm not saying that there aren't imperfect jobs that people work, but when you're focused on all that kind of stuff, all that does is perpetuate that state of being. So when you're looking at things and you're complaining and about all the different things, well, your mind is just going on and on, finding more things to complain about. And it just builds, and you're in a state of being of, not being happy, complaining, really wanting a change. All of that is being built up. And so when we're resting in that state of being, and we're just looking for all the things that aren't working out and how much better it would be if I was in this, All that does, like I said, is because you're giving energy into this current reality and you're complaining about it and you're not happy with it, that keeps the focus on that because you're identified with problems in there and your mind goes through all the reasons why this job isn't working for you anymore. But that keeps that alive in your current 3D experience versus having your vision, having the occupation or the job you have right now, and that's something that's current and you haven't moved on yet, but recognizing that you have this other vision and that you're going to align with the state of being that your desired reality is unfolding in every moment, and things are going to happen very naturally and organically to manifest a better aligned position or job or employment for you. You trust in that. You imagine how it would feel to be working in another place or for yourself or whatever you envision doing. You align with that. And then when what's current in your reality, as in you're still working your current job as things manifest, but you're not complaining and you're just like, I'm content where I'm at. I'm grateful for what is, knowing that all of this is leading to where I want to go. A lot of people think that, well, then I'm just surrendering and I'm just kind of like making do and saying I'm happy with what is, and just settling for what is. But that's not it at all. What it is you're doing is you're letting go of the resistance. You're letting go of all the complaining and unhappiness related with that job, which is all resistance, and keeping it in your reality. You're letting that go. You're being content with what is, knowing it's all going to change in the perfect timing, in the perfect way, with opportunities and nudges and all these other things that will come to you when you're in a state of being that is aligned with what you desire to experience and with a trust in knowing that it's all unfolding so that you will manifest exactly what you desire. When you rest in that state, that is an open, flowy kind of state. So you're doing your best, you're being content, you're grateful. There's nothing wrong with those things. That creates a very peaceful, nice state of being, and that allows things to just move and flow naturally. So as you rest in that state, knowing that what you want to experience and desire in terms of, and you can replace this with anything, guys, relationships, jobs, or whatever. But knowing that everything is unfolding and going to manifest exactly what you want or even better, when you rest in that state of being is perpetuated. And not only is it perpetuated, which is a good thing because you're coming from a very good place, you're at peace, it feels really good, guys. You're not getting all worked up and your mind isn't going over all the things that you don't like about something. I mean, even though we can get into that and we think it feels like, it feels, you get all into it and you think it feels kind of good. It really doesn't feel good, and it leads to nothing but just feeling frustrated and trapped and stuck. And like I said, if those are the things that you're creating, then that's the state of being you're inhabiting, then that's what you're going to continue to create. So allow what is to be right now, as in, in terms of if you're at work and it's not your ultimate desire at this point, allow that to be. That's okay. It's not permanent. It's not forever. We tend to think in these extremes of, oh, I'm in this and I don't want to be in this forever. No one says it's forever. It's just for the time being. And as you align and rest in the being of trust, faith, and knowing in your vision of what you want to experience, and along the way, as you're going throughout your day-to-day with what is currently, doing your best, being at peace with it, being grateful, being content, knowing that it's all changing. Everything is always changing, guys, all the time. Then that's when we allow it to just flow, and what's no longer resonant and what we no longer want to experience will drop away quite naturally. And the next thing you know, we will be in a different experience, something that is what we want to experience and what we want to do. But like I said, if you get caught up in the ego, and the ego really likes to pick apart things, and it likes to complain and dig and it likes to determine why it's right and why this isn't right and why, you know, this employer is doing this. I mean, it likes to really get into that, but that doesn't really serve any purpose. You don't want to stay at the job, that's fine. Put your vision on something else. But just sitting there and really ruminating over all the reasons why it isn't working for you and getting really dug in that is only going to keep that in place. And like I said, it creates a state of being that is unhappy and that is always looking for things to complain about. And it just perpetuates that state and it keeps it in place for you. So you can't move. Is putting up a resistance to the natural flow of things to allow what you desire to do to manifest through flow is being blocked because you're so focused on picking apart this current reality that it can't drop away. So I think this is pretty relatable, guys. And like I said, it can be said for anything, you know, jobs, relationships, you know, if you live in a place that you don't truly love right now and you want to get out, or you have neighbors that are loud or whatever, all of these different things can be applied with this principle. Is just, you know, making peace and being fine with what is. That's not accepting it. That's not meaning you're going to have it forever. That doesn't mean you want to keep it, but allowing it and then trusting in the knowing that your vision of what you want to experience is unfolding and will perfectly when you allow this other one that is no longer resonant with you to just fall away. So, okay, guys, well, that's it for tonight. I hope everybody is having a good Friday or Saturday, and I will be on tomorrow. Bye, everyone.